Good morning and welcome back to our tour of Ireland. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning and we're here in Sligo in Western Ireland, the Republic of. And we're going to continue heading north along the western coast up to Donegal today. It's about 50 miles and around there. We're going to be flying a little bit over the water, a little bit over the coast, so it should be very, very scenic. And this is the last full leg over the Republic of Ireland. Next time we cross back over into Northern Ireland, and we'll be finishing our tour with a couple legs up there. But for now, let's hop in and get her going on this very nice but overcast day. Alright, we are back inside. Time to get the airplane up and running. So we'll put the power on. We'll get the lights up. Let's see, fuel is on both and cutoff is in. Thank you. Everything else seems good, so we'll go quarter on the throttle. Fuel pump on. We got positive fuel flow, 3 to 5 seconds. It's just
system test.
priming the engine. Thank you very much. TOS system test. We'll leave the throttle at a quarter, mixtures in, and everything else is set. Clear prop. Excellent. Let's get the rest of the avionics on. And we'll start getting ready to go as she warms up. So our destination, looks like I forgot to put it in, is we are going direct to, it is EIDL. I know they've done some work on these Garmin 1000, 3000 displays. DL Donegal. Enter. Activate. There we go. I just know the basics about them. Never flew a Cessna 172 with glass cockpit. They were all steam gauges like the other version of the 172 in the sim. Alright, so flap extension moving and should be symmetrical. Let's get you back on. Yeah, you're down. Oh, we're out of whack again with the track IR. Just give me a second. Alright, well, track IR is not playing ball with me at the moment, so we're going to go without. So the engine's nicely warmed up now, so taxi light can come on. Or, yeah, and no nav lights will come on. And I think we are good to go. So we're going to taxi out over here, head down to the end of the runway, and take off to the west. It's a slight west wind. And as you can see, we'll then turn to the right and head north. Alright, let's get going here. So parking brake comes off. Going to want around 1,000 RPMs. And we'll use the brakes to control our speed. Enter the runway, nav lights off, or taxi lights off, beacon on, strobes on, flaps are already set. Now we'll just taxi down to the end. There's that big hill we flew by last time. As I mentioned at the time, we should have come around the back side of it, but didn't realize how close it was to the airport. We got in okay, so all's well that ends well. Alright, now we're down to the numbers here. Sounds good enough. Get her spinned around. There we go. Alright, doors, windows are checked, seat belts are on. Let's go. Bye-bye, Sligo. Airspeed's alive. .50 knots. 59 bit of back pressure. And we are up. We'll bring her up to about a 7.5 degree climb. Oop. There we go. Hold it there. Climb out to 500 feet before we make our turn. It's 400 feet, flaps up. It's 500 feet. We get our turn. We're about 20 degrees. Start heading out. Oh, watch the climb. Alright, so we'll go autopilot on, vertical speed mode. We'll go into heading mode here until we get closer. And then we'll go nav mode and we will follow the nav. So I figure we'll go up to 3,000 feet. It's a decent altitude for sightseeing. Now the airport up at the other end has a more of a north-south runway. And the winds are out of the west, and they're probably the same up there, so we're going to come in on runway 21. I think the winds are about 26, 27. So coming on 21. So we're basically going to enter into a left base, and then the terminal is down at the far end. So we'll just roll straight down the runway to the far end. Alright, well, we just flew over the line, so we'll go nav mode. And we'll turn the CDI over to nav. We'll get rid of the little map. Oh, sorry, that's what I wanted. Wind 3. Yeah, about 265, 270. Transponder on. Yeah, we're all good. Alright, let's get back on track. And we'll head out. So, enjoy the sights of the northwest coast of Ireland. and we will catch up with you a little bit down the road. We're about 11 miles out. We're going to start our descent. We're going to go down to 1,000 feet. And that will bring us down. The airport elevation is basically sea level. And it's right up here on the coast. I think I can kind of see it right about there. Beautiful rugged coastline here in Western Ireland. I believe the name of this town coming up, you can see just above the glare shield, is Donegal. Nice little bay there, probably like most of these places, fishing village. There she is, coming into view. So we're going to fly up to the other end of it, come back in, and that way we've got a little bit of a crosswind on our nose instead of a crosswind on our tail. Alright, so we're going to go into heading mode. Parallel the runway. And you can see how the plane's bouncing around a little bit, getting that wind coming across the rough terrain. Always fun. See the buildings there at the bottom end of the runway. That's where we're going to be headed after we land. There's the town below us. What a pretty place this is, right on the water. Little channel into this bay here. And just how awesome does that look? The airport's right on the edge. It's a very, very cool countryside here. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Alright. So we're going to come back on the power now. About 1500 RPM. Hold altitude. Let the airspeed come down. Want to try to get her down to 65 knots. I don't want to go too far down on the power. There we go, 80 knots. First notch of flap going in. That'll help slow us down. Gonna want to trim for 65. Make our first turn right over to 30 degrees. Watch the descent. There we go. Square it up. Runway's over there. Second notch of flap. Start our turn. Alright, there it is. So we're going to angle slightly, so we're a little low. So we'll add a little bit of power. We want to keep the speed going. looking good. There's no pappy lights or anything on this side, but we can see we've got the airport made. A little bit of wind. Just pushing us from the right. There we go, coming over. Bring her down. Just hold her up, and we'll flare. Doesn't matter if we float down a little bit. We got to go to the other end anyway. Hold it, and we're down. So we'll bring in the flaps. That'll kill the extra lift, keep us planted, and we'll roll down to the far end as we're doing. Keep her on the center line. Gotta love these sloped runways with the little dips and curves that you get. As long as they're realistic. Some of them have been pretty bad. All right, we're gonna go in here. We'll see what's going on. So taxi light on, landing lights and strobe lights are off. We're gonna go park over here, and the guys are waiting for us. Looks like it's this one here. Looks like they got a little terminal building here. This is where the need for the throttle would be very nice. And here we are. Let it go. There we go. All right. So mixture out, ignition off, strobes, beacons, ignition, and masters. Let's get back in. Welcome to Donegal. That was a fun flight. Very scenic. Excellent day to go flying. Hope you join us on the next one. We'll see you then. Bye for now.